Hey everyone, welcome. And I would just love to introduce myself again. My name is Jess, and I'm a quantum energy healer guide. I am a yoga teacher, meditation teacher, and I am passionate about helping others heal and grow and move into their soul purpose and discover their soul aligned business and move into growing that business to help others and create meaningful impact in the world. The topic of today is all about why your business feels heavy instead of, aligned and flowing and successful. So essentially, if your business feels very heavy right now, it might be that you're taking on other people's energy. You might be that you're not living from alignment. And, if things are taking more effort than it should, if you're doing all the right things, but you're still feeling like something's off, if you're feeling drained, scattered and disconnected, then I want you to know that it's probably because you're not operating from alignment in your business. And it has nothing to do with your strategy or, it's nothing to do with your capability. It's probably to do with the fact that you haven't been blocking all of the business success blocks that you still have running in your field, and you haven't accessed the Akashic records yet. You're probably like a deeply caring person, but you're still feeling exhausted because your boundaries are still too loose, that you're not valuing yourself enough to charge your worth, trying to fix this problem with strategy, with effort, with forcing, but you're actually just not fully in alignment, which is why you're feeling drained. I want to emphasize that you've done a lot of work already. You've probably done healing work. You've probably, done some courses, you've probably, hired some coaches. So you've done a lot of the work, but essentially you haven't really gotten to the big cause of the issue, really. And a lot of the time that will exist in our inner child, like in our early childhood, or into a past life, or it could go up the ancestral line as well. Like it can originate from your mom or your dad or your great, 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 great grandfather. And those things will carry down the family line and affect you today. So sometimes we haven't really addressed initial, the initial cause, or we have healed the first layer and really moved through with the mindset, for example, but there's actually other layers that we haven't addressed yet. And there's, the mindset isn't everything. So we need to address the energy side of things too. So essentially, either you haven't found where it's first started, you haven't addressed the energetic side of things or the Akashic records, or you've just addressed the first, one or two layers, but there's actually, let's say, 5 layers there, and you have to clear all 5 of them in order to move forward fully. So you'll experience some benefit if you've cleared one layer, but not the full benefit, if that makes sense. So the nervous system has to be in alignment. The energetic side, we have to clear the emotions, and we have to go into the mental side of things as well, and work with the mind over time and shift the identity. So we can't just say like a few affirmations, done and dusted, I'm all good. No, we have to work with the mind for a while to reprogram it, like 30 days at least, and reinforce that every day and not loop back and let us fall back into that cycle and pattern. We tend to move into like self-blame and doubt and, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? And move into like, it's all about me. But reality, we don't do it on purpose because we're selfish, but we tend to just start blaming ourselves instead of being like, okay, how can I improve this situation without moving into emotion or victim energy or blaming, self-doubt? Trying to step back and really just focus on our why and why we're here and our dharma, our mission, our purpose, and focus on that, focus on our bigger why rather than focusing on ourselves. You might start asking like, what am I doing wrong? Why does this feel hard? And I just want to say that oftentimes sensitive people, intuitive people, we don't burn out because we're lazy or incapable or, but we burn out because we're energetically exhausted and we're giving and not giving back to ourselves. And we haven't been taught, the energetic boundaries and how to regulate ourselves, but we've just been taught how to push through and just keep going. We're likely just carrying energy that's not ours. We're carrying other people's energy that we've absorbed, but we haven't cleared out. We're giving without recalibrating our own energy. We're leading from obligation instead of alignment. And we've been ignoring our body when it's saying like, hold on, just wait for a second. We're not listening to that and push through. But in reality, we might have to like recalibrate and take a step back and reassess things based on our energy and on using our intuition as well. That's super important. And it's really common for empaths because most of our lives, we're just kind of responding to our environment and to other people's energy all the time because we're that sensitive and that psychic that we're just, responding to everyone else. But we need to kind of clear that out and block it out a little bit in order to come back to ourselves and figure out what our inner compass is saying. Without realizing it, your business stops feeling like an expression of you and starts feeling like something you have to manage. And this is what is a big business block for all of us. So, when we move into alignment, it feels light, it feels easy, it feels aligned, essentially. And not in alignment just feels heavy, it feels controlled and forced. And when your energy's leaking and your boundaries are terrible and you're just saying yes when your body's saying no, your business will literally always feel like effort. It won't feel like flow, and your success will mirror that essentially. It's because your system and your body is trying to protect yourself. So when you're not living in alignment, your body's like, no, 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 no. So it feels like your nervous system feels unsafe and your nervous system doesn't feel regulated. So your body's actually your compass and it's trying to tell you something. So in order to follow your inner compass, you need your intuition, and your intuition requires a safe place. So your intuition requires your nervous system to feel safe. So that's why it's so important to do somatic work as well. People often because of their past experiences and past lives and in their childhood, people oftentimes learn that they're not safe to feel seen. They don't feel safe in their environment. They don't feel safe in their bodies. They might have been, let's say, they were sexually abused in a past life or killed in a past life, or their family abandoned them in a past life. So there's lots of different things that might have happened to lead your body to feel unsafe and your nervous system to feel unsafe in this lifetime, which will influence your business. So literally, there's so many things that influence our business that we need to address energetically in order to really be able to hold such a safe and powerful place and lead from a place of who we truly are. And who we truly are is safe, is confident, is, loving of ourselves and others, and is open, and does have a unblocked throat chakra, and is confident to lead and hold others. So we need to unwind all of the old energy and all of the old blocks in our Akashic records, in our past lives, in our childhood, in our traumas, in our ancestry. And then we can move into leadership. We can move into divine leadership and, achieve that mission. Our nervous system learns to adapt, to people please, to be safe in our discomfort and in our place of misalignment. We just learn to kind of push through. We learn to override things. We learn to perform from, this place of feeling like we need to prove ourselves. And eventually our body gets tired. Our body gets exhausted. Our nervous system says that the heaviness starts to come. So the heaviness is not something to push through. It's something to listen to. It's super important in order to live your life and your business from a place of alignment. You reclaim your energy. You bring in clarity daily and energetic alignment daily. You have to start strengthening your internal yes and no. So listening to your intuition. You need to reconnect with the part of you that already knows the way forward, that already has the wisdom, which is your highest self. So if you listen to your highest self constantly and throughout the day, and you receive that wisdom easily with an open crown chakra, an unblocked chakra system, then you're able to bring in that innate wisdom and just know what to do and be able to trust it. That's how we have to lead our businesses to have success in them and to attract our aligned clients. So if this episode is landing for you, if this is like, yes, full body, yes, this is making complete sense, your body is softening, lightening, and you feel like you're being called forward and initiated, then I want you to know this. You don't need to overhaul your business overnight. You don't need to change a million different things. You need space in order to come back to yourself, your true self, who you actually are. And that's why I created this free resource specifically for empaths and spiritual entrepreneurs, my 6 energetic shifts that you can do daily for business success, for attracting aligned dream clients who feel energetically overloaded in their business. So people who are just feeling like they need a bit of a change in their business. So if this is you, then I would love to give this to you. You can find this link attached, or you can go to my website, send me a DM, divineblisalignment.com. Remember that your business is an extension of you. It's supposed to be channeling your own unique soul frequency into the world and your unique mission, because you have those unique codes for your ideal clients. So if you want your business to be in alignment for business success and from fun and from expansion, then I would love to, continue working together and to know you a bit deeper. So I hope that you can grab my free resource and we will talk soon. All right. See you, everybody. Bye. Have an amazing day.